12,000 years ago in the year 2016, some hairy people with back problems did a fire and harshly judged the paintings of children. This is good, as we need to stop applauding poor effort. Yes, we're playing Far Cry Primal, and I am a man who wakes up next to another man with a stick and a sharp bit, and a hope that I can still sit down on my plump caveman bum pillows without wanting to scream and cry. I sneak forward with a party of perverts and peek at hairy elephants. Then a guy with yogurt on his face smiles at me, which charms me and makes me want to follow him down into the grass with my stick and my sharp bit. I throw it into his no-no door, which upsets him and gives him the angry face. We start fighting, but he gets grabbed by a mammoth and ragdolled like a chew toy, and I get ran over by a big hairy trunk like a sweet innocent boy looking for Jesus. But this is 10,000 BC, so he couldn't be bothered to do anything yet. Fortunately, you can subscribe to Crusty and the Moon Wizard and follow the true magical friend. Moon Wizard bless us. I ask the Wizard of the Moon nicely and he brings me back to life, where I learn to take direction a little bit better and follow my forever friend further into the grass. He told me he wanted to hunt and kill a baby mammoth, which is perfect if you're a vile, sickening monster, or if you're just a little bit peckish. We find one and our pervert party starts a fire, which scares the mummy mammoth enough to abandon her child so we could chase it and make it feel the feel of unrelenting terror. I get too ambitious and the baby knocks me on my ugh. We chase it further towards a cliff and I strategically throw spears into its eyes and watch it tumble over and stop living. A worthy kill. But there was no time to celebrate as a giant cat with dental negligence appears and was all kinds of angry. My forever friend grabs me and jumps off of a cliff and into a tree like a really shit bird. This really hurt and wasn't something I believe friendship to be about. Thankfully, my forever friend suffered much more than me and died after dramatically telling me to find the land of Oros and the lost Wenger brothers, although I did not consider him my forever friend anymore because he threw me into a tree. I bury him under rocks to squeeze the juice out. Then I make a bow out of some nearby resources and run away into the wilderness to search for the land of Oreos. The wilds presented many opportunities to grow my chances of survival. I hunted several ghosts and started a fire and made a club. I could bashy smash now. Even better, I set my club on fire and followed some red footprints my pervert vision picked up. They led me into a tense tussle with some wolves, which I scared off when I burned one of them alive and ripped off their skin. I entered a cave and continued to follow the signs of the Wenger people, but it didn't look good, unless they meant to leave their blood behind. I bully a rat and go for a swim. The waters lead me to the home of a saber-toothed tiger, who I silently spot carrying a person in their mouth who must have been quite uncomfortable. Reluctantly, I climb out of the water and some woman starts shouting at me like I just picked up the last box of strawberries in the supermarket. I patiently try getting her to shut the shit up because she was being very loud and stalked. The tiger jumped on her in an aggressive sort of a way, which she arguably deserved, but I was feeling nice and helped out by doing the ugh with the fire. The cat was angrier than a wasp in a horse rectum, but wasn't looking to get burned, so it gave me the chance to slowly back out of the cave to safety. Outside, I bathed in the breathtaking view of the land of Oros and spoke to the woman who really liked collecting ears. Everybody needs a hobby. Sometimes I put a bread bin on my head and run into bus stops making honking noises. The lady of many ears was sad because the tiger violenced on her and sent me into the wilds to look for green leaves to help heal her wounds. They were probably leaves that were green, so how hard could that be? I came across a man enthusiastically thumping at the ground. I approached carefully, but then he got upset, so I put an arrow in his head and he's dead now. Turns out he was drumming on the corpse of a decapitated human. I guess it had been a tough day for everyone. I abruptly got charged at by his friend, who was in no place for peaceful communication, so he's dead now. I touched his hairy chest and got attacked from behind by a jaguar. And by jaguar, I mean another angry cat, not a bumbling retired man who apologizes to his own farts. Caveman brain big, so I immediately ran into the nearby water, which really did a wee-wee on its cornflakes. Then I shot it in the face. The theme of today was shooting things in the face. My eyes are wider than a boat and my nose has the skills of a very good nose. So I found the green leaves and some other ugh men on the way back to my forever friend, but they're dead now. I go back to the lady of many ears who says that the streams are loud today because of course they are when she has so many ears. Stupid lady. Lose your ears. I gave her the green leaves and then she spits in my hand. Yummy. I put the chewed up leaves into her back hole as she nibbles on some wood and... None of this is sexual. She thanks me and warns me of the many dangers of the world like bears and tax season. She asks me to find other Wenger people and bring them back to our cave so we can compare feet and arm hairs. I unlocked a skill point and gave myself more health. This was a good idea because I don't like being dead. I got attacked by a bird, I killed many men, and I found a weirdo dancing alone in a cave. He made his sharp thing make love to a rat and stabbed my hand. He licked my blood and poured it into his porridge. This was the second strangest Christmas I had ever had. He made me drink it and then my head went all funny and I fell over. Suddenly I found myself in a forest where the air was dancing and the animals were made of gold. I followed a glowing owl and he made me fly with him until he didn't and I fell and it was very scary. There were wolves and tigers and lions and bears and then I made an owl noise and the owl shed his gold and now he's my friend. I woke up and the blood guy was being weird again and started painting shit pictures on a wall. He asked me if I could become friends with a wolf and I said of course I can. I'm the best. I ran outside and hit a mammoth in the face with a club and the mammoth got angry and chased me and hurt me. I did this dance of violence for a few minutes before masterfully getting away but getting bum nom nom by a wolf, which was perfect because I was supposed to be looking for them. I displayed mastery over fire and then trapped myself with my fire and it burned me. This scared the wolf. Then I helped the wolf fend off some angry men, which I thought would make us friends, but instead he bit me again, and got his friends to bite me too, so now they're all dead and nobody is a friend of anybody. I let my owl friend borrow my eyes, which let me soar through the sky, where I discovered a camp of wolf hunters nearby. I murdered them, then followed some paw tracks to a wolf den, where I threw some meat on the ground and made friends with my new cuddle boy. He liked me, I liked him. I liked him even more when I told him to attack some shouting guy by a river. Then I shot somebody in the face and I watched him do a wee-wee out of his fur hose. We bonded on this day. I went back to camp and was surprised to see that it had grown so much already. There were huts and fires and new people and a guy with the musical talent of a fly in a bin. I spoke to the Lady of the Ears who wished to build our settlement up into a village and spread the word that we're pretty cool. If I were to upgrade the village and the buildings, it would give me benefits and fun things like new crafting recipes, quests, and she might not cut off my ears as I slept. I upgraded the hut of that weirdo who likes to dance and make me drink blood. Then I went out and shot some deer to use their skin to build a hut for the Lady of Many Ears. Friends are only friends as long as you build them houses and do as they say. She seemed a lot happier now. Was this worse? She gave me a club with teeth in it because Nintendo 64 wasn't invented yet. That would have been better. Then she grabbed my club and smiled at me some more, so I think she was my girlfriend now. She spoke into an ear like a flesh phone and called the other tribe's mothers poo muffins and twinkle Then the Udam tribe got angry and came to have some words. I say words. They just screamed a lot and one of them broke a twig. Unfortunately, another one of them had a face like stepped in trifle and grabbed me. Then they led a charge into our village, which we heroically fought back because I'm very good at stuff sometimes. My girlfriend said I should hunt the rest of them down and destroy their trees made of bones, which would be like kicking a child's sandcastle at the beach to make them cry. Fun. I chased them to their camp and shot fire at them to give me the chaotic advantage. Then I charged in and cleaned them up. With murder. I was happy with the job, but my girlfriend was upset and screamed and cried. She cut off another ear and even that didn't chill her out, so I don't know. Some people are just angry. She declared war on the Udam tribe, which was fine because I needed something to do when I was stuck in a forest without a Nintendo 64 or socks. I went back to camp with a bizarre craving for red liquids. Then I found myself controlling a mammoth that wanted to avenge its fallen family, and I fought a bunch of rhino beasts until they hit me in the spinny spot, and then I did the mammoth spin. I was a shit mammoth. I upgraded my camp, which gave me people with the spirit of the dance and a child. It also upgraded my bow and let me make bags with bees in them. I was very excited about the bees. Next, I promised to escort some people to a safe place, but I accidentally threw bees at one. This was because I mistook them for an enemy, so they exist with more holes now. They are also dead. I got attacked by a lion in a cave, but I won. I found a wounded guy on the ground who told me to help nearby friends. So I shot him in the head and ran over the hill to throw bees at people and make them die. This pleased the only survivor, who put his head on my head hard and gave me the crazy eyes. Well, he told me to throw dead people onto a fire as others kept attacking, and I did it because everybody in his parts was nuts, and he might take my eye. He was happy I helped, and he joined my village. Great. Further on, I snuck into an outpost and silently eliminated them, but I wish I didn't. Some pervert with one arm pushed me into a hole and did a wee on me. He ignored my words and ran away, so I had to get out all on my own. Further into the hole, I saw many dead bodies and I killed his cat. I pulled a grappling hook out of another dead cat and grappled my way further down into the earth, where a trio of cats were waiting. This man liked cats. I carefully swang to jump towards a ledge that looked safe, but bonked my honk and fell down to get sliced at and bitten. I ran to a safe spot as fast as I could, and I shot them all to death and then climbed my way out and did an impressive dive into water. I scared several fish. I climbed back up to see the wee man and give him a good scare with my big muscles when I said, "You're in trouble." He went all weak and gave me a stone that was good. He did keep calling me Piss Man though, which, well, that just wasn't my name. He wanted me to get more of his special stone, so I infiltrated a place nearby and embarrassed a bunch of people and took it all for myself. It wasn't hard, as they were not smart. Wee Man joined my camp, which I was not thrilled about. It was at this point I refused to go back to the camp. What was once a promising upcoming settlement with talk of irrigation, shoes, and dentists was now a place where people headbutted each other and smelt of wee. If I were to just lay down in a bush and die, I would be okay with it. End. Ooh, thanks for watching. I enjoyed this game a lot, so let me know if you want to see more, and maybe I won't just die in a bush. And please consider subscribing and sharing the channel if you enjoyed this video, because it really helps it grow. And I'll see you next time, where we'll do more nonsense and hijinks. Moon Wizard bless us.